Okay, cool. Thank you for joining the interview. We're just gonna go ahead and have a casual conversation about your experience. Just absolutely everything about joining the 1% University. How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool, cool. So you can start by just telling us your name, what you do, and where were you in your career before joining the 1% University?
Hey, what I do now?
Yes. What do you do now?
Oh. Okay, so I'm Meko. Right now I'm an IT cyber lead, so I work with a consulting company. And you said where I was. So I was a registered nurse. I think maybe about a year or two. I don't remember. Probably like a year or so. Yeah. So that's what I was doing when I started.
Okay. How long have you been a nurse for?
3 years. So 3 years and three now.
Okay. And what I'm just curious, why did you actually wanted to transition to IT? Well,
I felt like I just wanted more time. I just wanted my time back. I was working night shifts, or I do night shifts, but what? Working night shifts, and I just didn't want to do that anymore. They want to move feet all the time. I didn't really. I thought I wanted to be a nurse practitioner, and I didn't want to go back to school. Uh, but mostly like the appeal of potentially working from home or at least being hybrid, and making more money because I feel like nursing wasn't really. I wasn't getting compensated for the amount of work I was doing.
okay. And then like if you in nursing, I'm not in the nursing field. But like if you wanted to make more money in that field, what would you have to do?
You could pick up overtime. You could travel nurse, but that's kind of uprooting your life a lot. And that's kind of high rivers too, because you don't know who you're working with, what the environment is like. Like that can be kind of risky. Um, you again, you could go back to school and like I've thought about like nursing informatics. Like I said, we do go back to school.
Okay. Um, so even with the school stuff, you would have to like spend more money, go back to school.
Yeah.
Um, and then like let's like what does that look like? How much could you bank as a going back to school?
You so actually, when you become a nurse practitioner, your first year you actually take a pay cut from when you're actually from being a registered nurse. So I actually work with a lot of people who actually still are NPs, but they just don't want to take the pay cut. Um, but you roughly around like 100K you start making, but the earning potential when I looked at it wasn't that like rich as like regular IT.
Okay. Um, and so can you how did your life look like before joining the program?
I was tired. Like I said, I worked night shifts, 7 p.m., 7:30 a.m., 3 days a week. That's full time for a nurse. But I'm someone who picks up overtime a lot. Obviously, that can get tiring. Staying up all night can be tiring. I actually um, moved closer to my job, which helped. But I feel like on my off days, you're still making up for sleep. And then when I'm out, I'm really tired. Like I'm physically there, but I'm emotionally and like just not mentally there because I'm so tired. Like trying to show up and people, trying to spend time with family and friends. Like this just it's too tiring to even do.
Okay. So really just
Tired.
yeah.
You just tired. You're literally tired all the time. Yeah.
Time and tired. Okay. And what was it like a specific situation or a specific thing that made you start looking for something different?
Um, I was really into like finance videos at one point, and I just came across a video where someone was like, you need to be in IT, whether you like it or not. You just need to be in it." And but they just talked about how you're kind of getting faster to your goal, like even job stacking, like self attention to that. And I'm like, okay, like I I don't think that retiring and being a millionaire and maximizing my rock and using it till I'm 60 or whatever the age is, like, I don't think that's right. Like, I would rather risk some now and try to make that happen earlier at least.
And what makes you think IT, cloud engineer, is a way to obtain that quicker?
Because just making more like with the job I have, I pretty much doubled my income.
Wow.
And then working from home, also I can get multiple jobs beyond that. But also, even if I didn't want to do another IT job, I would have more time to start another business if I want to and make more passive income or learn another skill. Because with nursing, it's like when I get home, I'm too tired to even want to study or do anything else. So at least I'm just not as tired and I'm not staying up as late.
Okay. So you mentioned you work remote, correct?
Yeah.
So how was that transition from like, I don't know if you had a long commute, but even let's just say the commute that you did have, how does it feel to like wake up and you're at work and then when you leave work, you're at
It feels nice. It is kind of weird, but like in a good way. Um, Thankfully, I said that I moved closer to be the work, so that was only 10 minutes. But before I was commuting probably at least 40 minutes before them. But knowing that wherever I go, I don't have to commute anywhere. I don't have to allocate time for that. Like it feels really nice just to, just wake up and get them on top.
Okay. Okay. And what was the biggest challenge or pain point in your career before working with us? I think I already kind of talked about that.
What do you mean?
Come again?
What do you mean? What was the
Like, what was the like? Was it like, and like honestly, you already kind of talked about it. You said it was time. I'm sorry, tired. Like,
Oh, so you mean as a nurse?
yes,
What was the biggest challenge that maybe
like,
like Joe? Fine.
no. So, what was the biggest challenge, in your career, like in your nursing like career before working with us? The biggest challenge or pain point?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um. Yeah, I would say
Like, what was your breaking point? Like was it?
breaking. I'm not gonna lie, the money. It was just okay. So I guess honestly, what I did before I even like found your program, I kind of um based on how much my raise was, I kind of like projected like the next 10 years. I'm like, okay, this is my goal that I'm trying to be a millionaire or however X amount of money. Like, how long will it take as a nurse for me to do that? It wasn't, I would have to work a lot of overtime pretty much, or I'd have to travel nurse, which I didn't necessarily want to do at the time. So it's just a lot of, like I said, it's kind of like a big risk. And also travel nursing just it can get tiring. Some people want to do it for a couple of years and stop. Like we have a certain goal, but I just didn't. But I also thought that was kind of like physically draining. Like I'm using my body more to like gain to earn more money. Like I would have to do overtime. And I didn't want to do that anymore.
Okay. Okay. And so, being in IT, is it more so like you're using your body, your hands to work, or is it more so like your mind?
It's just your mind. I
Okay.
feel like once you figure it out, yeah, it's just your mind. I'm not walking around all the time, that type of way. And it's like, okay, I'm getting paid to pay more money to sit down.
Okay. It's like even right now, I know you just got your first job, remote job in tech. Um, you're pretty much getting paid to learn too. On
Yeah, really, yeah. For sure.
Okay, and you can use that information and even get a
Yeah.
better job too.
Yeah, anywhere. Can take your skills anywhere.
Okay,
Um,
and so even with so let's talk about it. Like you planning out becoming a millionaire as a nurse, and how long that would take, and the different options, like route in the nursing. Like maybe go back to school, maybe travel nurse. That pathway as opposed to becoming a millionaire in tech, knowing what you know now, I want you to talk about the difference in terms of which one's better. You can get a millionaire quicker. How let's start with this. How long do you think you can become a millionaire in in the nursing field? And how long do you think you can become a millionaire in tech? Based on what you know now, going through my program and the earning potentials.
Definitely tech probably for years if you do it right, definitely. I would say probably less than 5.
Give
And I was
Give us
Yeah.
a specific number. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say less than 5. I feel like
No,
nursing.
give a specific number, like X amount of years.
Oh, like 5 years.
Okay.
You were right. Nursing. I think my calculate 10, maybe 10 years. I'll say 10.
Okay.
Realistically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what motivated you? What motivated you to finally take the leap and reach out to me?
Um, I was like, what could go wrong? I just wanted to go for it. Because I was already kind of looking into different avenues of tech I could go into, and I had found AWS, and I was like, okay, cool, this sounds interesting. I don't know what it is, but I'll look to it, like cloud or whatever. And then I saw you just posting like job offers and earning potential and fully remote. I was like, okay, let's just see what he's offering.
Okay. Do you regret that decision?
Oh, absolutely not. It's the best best decision I made.
Okay. Do you think it's worth the investment?
Oh, for sure. Because I went part time as a nurse so that I could focus on this. So I actually took a risk. But I think it's better because from when I started interviewing, I got a job in 3 months. So it's like longer term. It's risky, but I knew I was going to get a job faster if I cut them on the hours that I work.
Okay.
And that was better. I felt like that was worth the risk instead of trying to work full time. I've already told you working full time makes me tired. So I wouldn't be able to give as much time into this. So I would rather I just wanted to go through the course and take as many interviews as I could and get a job faster, which I did.
Cool. Looking at the long term perspective, do you think it's more riskier to not invest, not take that risk because it is risky,
Yeah.
right? Um, to not take that risk to still work full time, maybe even part time, and just you don't have to invest any money, you're safe. Um, or to invest to go through the program, you know, see success. Do you think it's more riskier in terms of taking the action to reach out to invest in the program or not?
I think it's riskier to not because you don't know what you can get at the end of this course. You don't know what job you could get because even if you're starting, you get a job that's not as much as you expect, but you're working fully remote. Okay, you can get another job, or again, you're still learning skills that you can take to another job. Like this job is actually, I'm being exposed to Azure. I'm being exposed to like cybersecurity. I didn't go through that in the program, but at least there's some AWS in there, and that's why they brought me on. But like, okay, cool. Now I can go to another job with more skills I learned beyond the program. But the program, it helped me just get a start.
Okay. And when you were getting recruiters reaching out to you and they were telling you about the salary, what are some of the salaries that you've seen across the board?
Usually, definitely 130 to 150, anywhere range there. That was like typical.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so even if someone said 110, and for a lot, even, even I was working help desk, that was like life-changing money.
Yeah.
But if like, I guess I'm trying to say is now you kind of understand a little bit of like, the norm when it comes to having this skill set in terms of how much you can be paid. Even 110 is like a super low ball compared
Right.
to the market and what you'll be paid for having this skill. I want to ask, what were you nervous about or skeptical before joining?
I am not a tech person at all. I've always been someone who's like, I can never be in tech. So I was skeptical that I wouldn't like catch on to it. But I felt like your program was very straightforward, like very helpful. Encouraged to use the resources that we have to figure it out because on the job, that's what you expect to do. You expect to troubleshoot and, be independent in that way and find resources and, but I think that's what I was nervous about because I'm not a tech person, but now here I am.
Okay. And what did success look like for you when you first joined in terms of your expectations for the program? How does success look like?
Success again, more so is the time. That's just a really big important for me, just having more time. That was probably like number one. Uh, and just living a more normal life, I guess I'll say. Like I said, I was working night shifts. And the reason I work night shifts is you get paid more on night shifts. You do less work for more pay. Um,
And how do we help you actually hit those goals?
um, really went through step by step how to exactly like gave me the skills, gave me the projects, how to do my resume, how to interview, like literally told me step by step how to do it.
Okay. And based on the way that I teach and break things down, what is like the lowest age? Like it's, average person, lowest age, someone can, let's just say like 15, 12, I don't know, you can choose the number based on your experience, based on how I teach in the program. So to someone to follow along and go through this program, what's the lowest age, average IQ you think, someone can go through it?
I think a fifth grader just can do this, honestly. Um, I think it's very simple because you can just find ways to. I think you break it down. You use great analogies to where people can understand it. So I think people at a very young age can learn. Like actually, someone in our program who has a son, she by her learning, she breaks it down to him. He's like what 4, and I mean he probably doesn't comprehend everything, but it's just at least a way of how to break it down to someone who completely doesn't know, or just break it down simply. Because even if you're explaining to someone who's not in IT, you're pretty much kind of have to break it down very simply for them anyway. So kind of goes hand in hand.
Okay. And what parts of the program were most valuable for you? Like the coaching calls, the curriculum, the course, the community, the client success manager, or something else? It could be absolutely.
Um, Definitely the community. I would say the community and the project, just the projects, you're getting real life experience. So when I was going to see, um, when I would see like job descriptions, I'd say, "Oh, I've done this. Like I know how to do this." Like so you kind of get that confidence that you can actually do the job, even though you haven't done it in a real life setting. But okay, I have the skills. Like you're gonna teach me how to use it anyway in your environment. So it gives you that confidence. And I'll say the community. It's nice seeing everyone being supportive of each other, helping each other out, and also like seeing everybody's wins because that motivates you.
Okay. And what were some of the things you saw on the Wins channel?
So somebody get what like 5 offer letters in like what was that 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
It was,
Yeah.
it was the same person.
Yeah, yeah, it was the same person. It was multiple people getting multiple offer letters like in a day. So that can be motivating that okay, this works. It's like that validation to keep going.
And what was some of the numbers that you saw in terms of people getting multiple offer letters in the same day?
160, 150, 140. Yeah.
Okay. Um, and then what changed in your mindset during the program?
Patience. I think that was a big for me just because like I said, I was being a little risky in terms of working less. But just kind of trusting that you're doing what you need to do. And I think once the interview started rolling in, it's like, okay, because a lot of people that I know, they're applying to jobs and they're not even getting interviews. So the fact that I'm getting multiple interviews, like, okay, at some point something's going to happen. There's gonna be a job is gonna happen eventually.
And when you say like, some people, is some people outside the program or
Yeah, some people outside of the program. Yeah, who are in IT, but they're not in the program, but they've been looking for jobs for months
Mhm.
and haven't even gotten an interview.
And so I do like to talk about like the edge that we have at the 1% University in terms of the system that I use to attract recruiters, or recruiters are reaching out to you. Now, obviously, don't go into detail and talk about that system, but in terms of some of the results that you've seen in terms of people reaching out to you, what have you seen on your end?
Rephrase the question.
In terms of like the system that we use at the 1% University to have recruiters reach out to you to set up for interviews, like, can you kind of talk about like what you've seen on your end?
We would have came on that.
Like like what you've seen in terms of
I'm just making sure of this. Okay.
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
And I was saying like your experience in terms of did you see recruiters reaching out to you? Did you
Oh yeah, I feel like I had overwhelm. It was actually overwhelming. So in a good way, like yeah, I had recruiters reaching out for sure. Like pretty much almost every day, multiple recruiters.
Okay, so it wasn't a problem for it to actually contact and communicate with the
No, definitely not. No, you have people emailing you, calling. Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like that was beneficial or added to like your success?
Oh, for sure. Because the more you talk to, well, one, I think even just that practice of talking to recruiters that helps, so they will actually submit you, and also, um, yeah, just like the more you talk to, the more likely you'll hit something and actually get an interview, and then the more interviews you get, okay, you get better at interviews, and then you'll land a job.
Okay. And then how do you feel like you think it would have been, how do you feel like you would have been your experience if you did not have that system?
It would have dragged out for sure. I feel like it probably would have taken me just even that part, it probably would have taken me closer to definitely over 6 months, but probably over like a year because then yeah.
Okay. So like
Then you
not only getting interviews, but like I had an idea what
Yeah, yeah.
but not just being able to get an interview, but even like the practice, like the getting exposure and stuff like
Yes.
what is missed.
Yeah, like not even knowing how to speak in interviews. Like that would have taken a long process.
And you do get that training too as well, and like what to say, like how to say it, what your recruiters, hiring managers are looking for in the like you get that training in the program.
Yes, yes. I feel like it's really detailed on like what they're looking for, what you should say. Yeah, for sure.
And it was helpful during the
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I feel like I've met also like I said, people in IT who they've gone through boot camps, but they don't even get that part. Like they don't even know how to go through interviews like that. They don't teach them that. So it's like, okay, yeah, I get these skills, but I don't know how to present these skills when someone's trying to hire me. I don't know how to market myself.
Okay, that's important. How to market yourself, how to
Yeah,
communicate clearly the technical experience that you've gained.
for sure. Yeah.
And so, in terms of like the AWS cloud engineer skill that we teach here at the 1% University, the system of getting recruiters to reach out to you to set up for interviews. And then when you actually get the interview, to be able to have the insider information to pretty much cheat on the test, right? Because the leader is giving you, do you feel like you had like the answers to the test on the interviews, like knowing what
Yes.
was okay?
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
And so, like, do you feel like if someone was like ready for a change, like they honestly just wanted to change their lives, but they're just like, do you feel like this program has everything that they need?
Yes.
Do you feel like they have to go outside this program to figure out something on their own?
No, I think they should do this program. I think because, like I said, it's literally from A to Z what to do, and there are results. So I think it's worth it.
Okay. And do you, in terms of like, how has this experience impacted your family, your finances, overall your peace of mind?
It's just better. Like I said, I have more time, so I can spend more time with people and work. Uh, finances definitely, but like I said, pretty much doubled my income. And then the thing is with nursing, I would work overtime a lot. I'm doubling my income without doing overtime. And in overtime also they take out taxes. So it's like I'm not even getting the to some degree overtime is not even worth it. But my point is like I don't have to physically use my body to uh like make money,
So
you know.
this version of Miko making this money in tech and the old version of Miko in nursing, the nursing would have to work twice as hard
Yeah.
and make the same amount. With this version, you're making that amount and working less.
Yeah.
So you're able to spend more money and work less pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much
Less
did.
stress, working remote, less
Yeah.
wear and tear on your car.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Some
Less gas, like I just have literally more time because I'm just at home, little errands I could get done. All that, yeah. I have that time now.
okay. Even sometimes making sure you got the laundry done before work.
Literally.
It's
That's a real thing. No, it's like, it just a lot of outside of work and spending family, there's just a lot that you have to handle as an adult and take care of yourself.
yeah,
So it's like having a fully remote job and making more money, that just like
changes the game.
changes. So like half your problems pretty much go away. At least at minimum, I promise you they do.
Hmm. Okay. And so if you were to go back to day one, what would you do differently?
I probably would have finished. I would have went part-time earlier so I could finish faster in it. Like I would have put like my all into it and just get it done.
Okay. And then what's one thing someone should avoid if they want the same level of success?
What they should avoid, um, what they should avoid if they want the same level of success.
Mhm. What's something they should not do? They want to have the same level of success.
Dang, I was gonna flip it to them. The one thing I think of, but it's a do, but I was gonna say like they they shouldn't have distractions
Okay.
so that they can focus on the this
Okay. So if someone
it
join the program, they should prioritize this. Is that what you're saying?
yeah. Yeah, that's essentially what I'm saying. They should prioritize it. Like any distractions that will get them away from this goal, cut it off. Yeah. So they can just like do whatever you need to do so that you can finish the program and get a job faster. Like I know okay.
No, not that.
I was gonna say like I know everyone's situation is different and that's fine. Um, but when I think about a lot of the people in the program, uh, like some of them, like I know you help like software engineers, right? Even though they work all day, so even this is life changing for them. But like my situation, I don't know if anyone else was a nurse in the program, but like I know me, like I'm on my feet, you know what I'm saying, nights. But I didn't let that deter me from my goal. Like I just kept going.
Mm. Okay. Okay. And the program is like step by step. It's like you know, like
Literally, stuff I said, there's no questions like of what I need to do next. It's clearly written out.
okay. And what's one hard tactical piece of advice you would give someone trying to break into a six-figure cloud role?
You said technical advice?
Tactical, like something.
Oh, tactical.
Yeah.
Repeat the question, sorry.
No, you're fine. Like, what's one hard tactical piece of advice you give someone trying to break into a six-figure cloud role?
Join this program. Like
And so,
no, but just get the skills, I would say. Because um just get the skills. Like do as much as you can to actually get skills. Because like certs are cool, but they want to see that you actually have like hands-on experience.
hmm
Yeah.
and let's say someone just get the certs and they get on the interview. How do you think they would do?
They wouldn't do well because I could count the amount of times someone asked me about like a cert. Like I actually ended up getting a cert during this program, but had very few actually ask me about it. They wanted to know what tools I've used, what projects I've done. So that's what I would say. Like just get that hands-on experience.
They wanted to know the tools and projects that you've done, and you actually got that from this program,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
like everything that you needed for the interview.
Yeah.
So it was not something you had to figure out on your own.
No. I mean, because there's always things that every job is obviously something you haven't been exposed to. But the bulk of it, even yeah, the bulk of it, I got the experience to the so bad.
Okay. And so like, and I always tell, I know when I asked that question, the tactical piece of advice, you said join the program. I tell people like, look, you don't have to join the program, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But you do have to learn. You do have to learn the skill.
Yeah.
The stuff is online for free.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
already on YouTube. I mean, the thing is, you have to find it. You have to know which advice is actually, useful, right, based on
Yes. Yeah.
market. But I want you to talk about, let's just say you're speaking to the past version of Mika, knowing what you know now, and you're like, you know, they're like, okay, I can go the free route, and I don't have to pay any money, and I get to keep that money that I would pay. I don't have to risk anything.
No.
And then there's another option of joining the program. What would you tell your old self based on what you know now, free or paid? Paid is risky. You got to pay. You got to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What would you tell?
I would say definitely paid because free, that's I feel like there's also a lot of conflicting information out there. So you don't even know. I feel like you still wouldn't even really know what jobs I'm looking for, like what actual tools are out there. And I feel like you provide it in a very like concise, like, okay, these are like the 5 main tools you need to know, or like jobs they when they look at your resume, they like that you have. So I feel like even just trying to figure out what's to learn can take a lot, or even what's the right program, or yeah. So I would definitely say paid because I mean, when you get your paycheck, I mean, you're getting that back
Okay.
easily.
And how quickly would you get your money back?
A month. Your first paycheck. The first paycheck you get.
So,
You give them back. No, but seriously, you know,
okay. And
like
go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say less than 2 months. I mean, obviously, kind of, but usually with the typical pay I see, you are, yeah, you're first within the first 2 paychecks, you're paying them.
Do you feel like someone who went the free route would get to the end goal quicker? Or do you
No,
feel like someone who paid will start making money faster?
who pay? Definitely. I feel like if you're free, that's fine. But if you have a timeline, um, definitely go pay because you have to be willing to invest yourself. And I feel like invest yourself gives you a quicker result and gives you more money faster as opposed to, okay, yeah, I could do the free route, but I'm still in this job that I'm making less money and you're like prolonging the outcome that you want.
Okay. And so that person who wanted to go that free route, he's keeping that money, he doesn't have to invest, but he's losing the chance of making anywhere from like 7, 8,000 a month the first job.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
And then
go ahead.
yeah, and then also you have dreams like me want to be a millionaire at some point. That's just putting that back when I could get a higher paying job faster and be able to reach my goal faster.
Hitting that millionaire status faster. So like someone who so the old version of you who did not want to invest, you're actually losing more money by keeping.
Yeah, and yeah, I would say so.
Mm, okay, that's interesting. I'm being sarcastic because I always teach some stuff.
No, I don't. I don't.
But um yeah, I mean, I had that perspective too. Like I was cheap, I didn't want to invest, but then I realized I could have paid $3,000 for this one program back, but I ended up paying 83 or $85,000 in opportunity cost because I could have had that money in my bank account,
Yeah.
but, but I didn't want to invest. I could have started making money earlier.
Yeah. And actually, when I first found out about like cloud AWS, Amazon has it's like a learning center or something, and then they had like free classes. So I just started taking it was like your basic IT, which you also teach. But and I was like, okay, let me see if I even like computers. And then you can take like their AWS intro courses or thing, and then you go to a learning center, and then you could I think they had like networking events every like once a month or something like that. But I was thinking like, okay, but I don't even know what projects to do. I don't even know what skills to learn. Like, and I actually asked a friend who is in AWS. I forget what he told me. He told me some website to look into projects, but I was literally thinking like, okay, but what projects do I look for? Like, you know? So that was like the frustrating things. Like, okay, people can give you advice, but they're not, especially if these people, because he told me by the time I was in this program, I know more than him, and he's been in AWS for some years now. Or he? Oh, sorry, you did not move for a second.
Yeah, that was frozen.
I thought I got stuck.
Well, you said he's been in AWS for years.
Oh, hold on. This is Zoe. She's about to leave. I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Second.
I'm going to be unedited, by the way.
That's fine. Hazel,
Just kidding.
the door open out here. Uh, sorry, she might interrupt again.
Oh, no, you're fine. And I was saying, like, the person that you said he was in AWS for years.
Oh yes, yes. He's been in AWS for some few years, and he said that I know more than him.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah. So I think it's like I've actually met a couple people like that. I met someone recently who said some of the tools I mentioned I use. He's never even he said that he couldn't talk about it. He couldn't even really have a conversation with someone about it. Like he knows what it is, but I guess not a lot of experience with it.
You can pretty much.
Yeah. So even like sometimes you could go to someone, but they still may not even know what will attract recruiters or attract jobs. So I feel like the program is very clear on like what will kind of push you at the top if everyone else.
Okay. And the last question is if someone's watching this right now, burnt out and underpaid, thinking about joining the 1% University, what would you say to them?
I would say definitely do it. Take that risk. It works because you really just have to take that step and just keep going. And then once you're join the community and you see people getting jobs and getting the money that you want, just go for it. And eventually it's gonna happen. I can guarantee you that.
It's the same thing I told you.
Yeah, literally. Like it's just a matter of time. Something's gonna happen. So.
Okay. Just want to go ahead and thank you again. Before we hop off, is there absolutely anything you want to say to someone that's watching this right now? It could be anything. Yeah.
No, just invest in yourself. That's all I want to say. Because I did, and look at the result. You gotta invest in yourself. Like, do it. There's a reason you should.
I tell people that all the time, and I tell you do not have to invest in this program, but invest in a program that works.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And to know if a program works, like make sure they have a step-by-step blueprint. Make sure 3 or more people have gone through that blueprint and seen success. And all you have to do is pay to get access to that blueprint, go through it, and 9 times out of 10, you should hit the same success.
Yeah.
So you don't have to join this program, but this program is here. But I want to inspire people to really be exposed to tech, transition into tech, because you're able to make a substantial amount of money and not kill yourself like a lot of people do, like I used to do. Yeah. So, and I was making $21 an hour, working like 10, sometimes 11 hours a day. So, and I was making like $3,000 a month as an IT technician. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And once again, I want to thank you for joining this call, and that's pretty much it.
Thank you.
Thank you.